Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card, which I'm calling a 5x7 double tent fold card. I thought it was a faux stepper card because I saw something online, and I thought it was that card, and then I looked closely and was like, oh no, it's not actually, it's not that card at all. But it's nice and easy, got space there to write. It stands on your card on your desk like that. Please excuse my nails today. I'm sure I'll have loads of comments. I have very bumpy thumbnails, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. That's just how they are because the cuticles are messed up. I try and cover them. I try and make them smooth. People have made comments about them. I don't really care. I'm not here doing beauty. I'm here doing cards. So there you go. So leave whatever comments you want. I don't care. I'm really not interested. But I just thought I'd mention it just so that I address the elephant in the room. I actually spent ages trying to make them all nice and smooth last night. Woke up this morning, they were mashed up. So I was like, okay, great, wonderful. So I've just come on with, they're all bumpy, lumpy, whatever. Whatever, I don't care. So yeah. Anyway, we've come to see the card, not my nails. As I said, I don't run a beauty channel, I run a craft channel. So there we go. Yeah, so this is the card we're making today. Nice and easy. It didn't turn out quite how I was envisaging it to turn out, but it's fine. It's just a nice simple card. Use up your scraps. Just nice and easy. So yeah, the paper that I've used here is some that I was given. I don't know where that's from. This die was off a magazine, Christmas magazine in 2021, in December or November, not quite sure. It was around Christmas time. But I think it's actually a company who's done that, but I'm not sure who it is. So if I can find it, it might have been Crafter's Companion. If I can find it, I'll try and link it below. I can't link this paper, this card, because I really don't have a clue where that came from. That was from my Swindon ladies, my lovely Swindon ladies, and I'm not sure. Yeah. This card that I've used, this teal here, is actually Paper Mill Direct, and it's called Curacao Cocktail. And it's very nice, like a pearlized, double-sided pearlized card. And then the white card was also Paper Mill Direct. It's a 240, 260 smooth white card, really nice. And the red Mirri is also Paper Mill Direct. It's a red mirrored card. So yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, it's really, you don't need very much at all. Now, the actual up and over bit, which I'll show you in a minute, you can change up and do what you want with. So you are going to need, let me just put these bits to one side. You're going to need a base piece, can't even talk, that's 5x7, and then two strips. One needs to be 7 inches long and the other one's 7.5, and it's really up to you how wide they are. I was going to do them about 3 inches wide, but because my sentiment that I'm putting on the front is only like this, I just thought I'll go a little bit narrower. So I've gone, in fact, even that's probably a little bit wide. So I've gone for about 1.25, I think it was, inches. And so you could go less. I could go a lot thinner if I wanted to. But anyway, I'm going to go with that for now. So we're going to get the old scoreboard out and we're going to score these pieces. So the piece that's 7 inches long, you don't need to score that. The strip that's 7 inches, you don't need to score that. The piece that is 7.5 inches long, you just need to score at 1/2 inch. That's all we need to do with that one. And then the piece that is 5x7, along the 7-inch edge, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 3.5 inches, and at 6.5 inches. Okay, so that is all of our scoring done. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to fold down that middle crease, the 3.5 inches one. And then I'm going to not fold this just yet. I think it's probably easier if we cut first and then fold. So let's do the strip then. The strip, the little 1/2 inch on the edge, we're just going to fold that over like that. And then what you want to do, take a pencil and a ruler, and then you're going to find halfway along your crease line. So obviously it's 5 inches, so halfway is 2.5. If you mark it on the tab, then that's probably better. And then whatever halfway on your strip is, so 1.25 is like 5/8, isn't it? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to line this up here. And basically, because you want this to be central, so you're basically just finding the halfway line so that you can work out where central is. Okay, so that's pretty much central. So it's about 1 7/8 in, about 1 7/8. Okay, so then what we're going to do is come in with our scissors, and you want to cut the whole of this tab off apart from that middle bit. So I'm just going to angle and angle, and then I'm just going to trim the rest of that off. And I'm going to actually use a cutting knife and a metal rule, because I think that would be a better option. So let's grab the cutting knife, and I'm going to do both pieces together. So I've actually only cut through this top layer, but I'm going to fold it in half. So this is obviously my halfway line. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to put this over the top here like this, and then just going to cut down until I reach that tab section there and there, like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn this, take my scissors, go back in and just cut the back side, basically the back piece. Let's take that front piece out. Just going to cut along the back there, and then that should hopefully, it hasn't quite gone through because of the thickness of card, it hasn't quite gone through. So let's just cut through there. If you've got long cards, if you've got, in the UK, if you've got A3 card, you could use that instead, which would mean you wouldn't need to do this extra tab. You could just cut a piece that is 15 inches long, a strip that's 15 inches long, and then you wouldn't need to have this little tab. Okay, let me get rid of these bits. Okay, so you end up with that, which looks a bit weird. But then what we're going to do is just going to fold those tabs up, give them a good burnish, like that. And the same on the other side, like that. And then we're going to take some red tape, and we're going to put some red tape on this side of the tab. Okay, so that's those two pieces done. So if I open this up, you'll see. And then we're going to go back to the strip now. Also, just a little side note, if you want to stamp anything in your card, do it now. This will be the bit you write in, but as far as stamping, you won't be able to stamp in it once you've put the strip on. So just make sure you do that now if you're going to do it. Okay, so then we're going to go back to the two bits of strips. We've got the 5-inch, sorry, the 7-inch and the 7.5. On the 7.5, we're just going to add some red tape onto the tab. And then I've just peeled the backing off the back there, and I'm going to take this other piece, going to line it up at the bottom here and just put it all the way up here, and then we're going to stick this down onto the other one like that. So you end up with a tab like that. Now I'm going to make sure that this is on the front and that's on the back, because then the tab is at the back of the front section, if you see what I mean, if that makes any sense. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we're going to stick these onto the front here. Okay, so that's going to go on there like that. So I'm just going to peel off the backing of my tape, one piece of my tape, and then I'm going to take the strip, in fact we'll do it this way, and this just needs to go on there, but you really do need to make sure that this is nicely married up, and so it's not going to end up being wonky. Let's just make this so like that. Okay, if you end up with any tabs showing, you can just go in with a pair of scissors, because I haven't stuck this side down, I've only stuck one side down. You can just go in with a pair of scissors and just trim that little bit off. I'm hoping you can still see. I'm all over the place at the moment. I'm very sorry about that. Whoops, cut into my card. Okay, so this might end up being the back now. joys, the joys. Okay, so that's like that, and that's going to go over the top like that. Before we do that though, I'm just going to stick this bit of pattern paper and mat on the front, so I don't want to go too far, so let's just take that off there. Okay, so on this front bit here, I've got a matte piece that is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4 and a pattern that is 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead, stick the pattern onto the mat and then the whole thing onto the front here. Okay, so that's the front bit stuck down. So now we're just going to bring this over like this, and then I'm just going to turn this over, and on the back here, just going to take off the backing off our little tab and stick this down over the top like that. So there's your card. Looks a bit weird. Mine's splaying a little bit because of the surface it's on. If you wanted to, you could put a little zigzag on the inside just to keep it, or make it an easel so it doesn't, you know, do it quite so much. You need to make sure that this is a decent weight of card. The card weight that I've used is 240 GSM. So you need to make sure it's a decent weight. Right, so then this is going to go over the top like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this on, and then I'm just going to add some gems at the top and bottom. I envisaged that this was going to be bigger and fill most of the strip, but I was tired when I prepped this, so this is why it hasn't quite gone to plan. But it's fine, we can work around it. So on the back of here, I'm just going to add some tape. In fact, I think I'm going to stick it on. Let me glue it on. Okay, so there's your finished card. So it stands up nicely. That's the side view. Oops, that's the side view. There's all sorts of things you can do with it. I was thinking if I had a large Christmas tree die, then I would have done that and done a Christmas tree on the front there, or even a Christmas tree stamp that I could have then cut out. That would also look good. So there's all sorts of things you can do. If you want to, you can change this so it's not quite as high. You can make it 6 by 6, so you can make this 6 across and then make the strip 6. Or you could make it 5 by 7 this way, so you could go 7 inches there and then just make the strip 5. There's literally loads you could do with it, but I quite liked it. Obviously it folds flat for posting. It's just super easy to do, and also I often end up with these strips in my little strips bag. You know, I never know what to do with them, so you can use them to make a very simple card. So I hope you liked it. I know it was very short, very simple, but yeah, I just thought, just an interesting, funky idea, really. So I hope you have a good time making it. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.